Okay, so it seems we are live. Let's double check on LinkedIn. Hi everyone, I'm Aditya Sharma. I'll be your host for this session, and I have my colleagues with me, Vivek, Dr. Amit, and Smith. If you guys can just let us know in the chat box if you can hear us loud and clear. If you can see us fine, that would be very helpful. Vivek, let's also check at our end if we are live on LinkedIn and YouTube.
Okay. Uh, so it is live on HiCounselor's page, right?
It is. It should be, yes. Let's double check real world project. Yeah, I think this is the event. Okay, I cannot see us live there yet.
Even I cannot see right now.
The event will start soon. That's what it's saying. Real world project pre live. Okay, what is wrong? It looks like the event was cancelled on LinkedIn. You'll need to create a new broadcast. What is this?
Yeah, Aditya, we are live.
Okay, we are live.
Now we are live.
That's a StreamYard bug that disconnects this live stream. Okay, cool. So I see we already have about 60 people live for this project. Let's wait for a few more minutes and see and allow everyone else to join. Guys, if you can just confirm us in the chat box that you can hear us loud and clear, that would be very helpful. Or just give us that thumbs up or clap or whatever heart icon. That would also be very helpful. Okay, let's see if we get some confirmation from people.
Okay. So yes. So we are getting yes and a thumbs up from people. Hetal
Okay,
Tejas is
perfect.
yes.
Perfect. Now I can see people confirming that we are live. Okay, and we have about 80 people now live here. Okay, I can hear and see you all. Elizabeth, thank you for confirming. Rohit, thanks again. A lot of people confirming, giving up thumbs up, liking loud and clear. Perfect. Okay, so guys, thank you so much again for joining us today for this live project development, live software development project that we'll kick off just in a few minutes from now. Why don't we get started with our current location? It will be a good point to get started. And I'm currently based out of San Francisco Bay Area. And here I've entered my location in the chat box. If all of you can let me know your location in the chat box, that would be a great point to get started. In the meantime, Vivek, Smith, Dr. Amit, where are you guys located?
So, hi everyone. My name is Vivek Sinha. I am currently based out of Delhi.
Okay. What about you, Smith?
Hi everyone, I'm Smith and I'm your mentor today. And currently, I'm based in Netherlands. I'm really happy to meet you guys today.
Awesome.
Hi everyone. This is Dr. Amit. Right now I'm in Toronto, and I'll be uh, like looking in the process of the whole project.
Awesome. So four people in four different countries.
Yeah, four people
Okay.
in four different countries.
Four
Yes.
people in four different countries.
And
And
people attending from approximately 10 more countries.
yes. So we have Ramesh from Pune, Hosna from Plano, Texas, Arizona, Bangalore,
Michigan, California.
Mhm. Boynton Beach, Florida. Never been there. Been to Florida, but never been to Boynton Beach. Okay. SF Bay Area. Okay. Uma, by the way, I'm in Sunnyvale to be exact. With people from Boston, Hyderabad, Sydney, Dolly from Sunnyvale. Probably we are very close somewhere. Okay. From San Francisco Bay Area. Cool. And guys, in the meantime, if you can just hit that like button, just we want to make sure that this project reaches out to the maximum people so that we have maximum attendees. So if you can just hit that like button or so that it reaches your network. And if there are other people who are looking for software engineering job, they would also see it. They can also participate in it. And we certainly want this project to reach to recruiters and hiring managers as well. Okay. Awesome. So This is perfect. I think we are good to get started. I can see about 95 people live here on this project, which is great to get started, and more people will join in as we move on. So, let's get started, guys. Happy to give you a quick introduction of ourselves, and then we'll jump into project detail. I'm Aditya Sharma. I'm co founder and CEO of HiCounselor. And with me, I have Vivek Smith and Dr. Amit. Guys, will you give a quick introduction of yourself before we jump into the details?
Hi everyone, this is Dr. Amit. So I am the head of business operations at HiCounselor, and I also look into different teams like employee team. I also look into curriculum, and this live project is also one of the things which I execute. So I believe that I will be helping you in all the process related issues related to this project.
Awesome.
Hi guys, I'm Smith, and thank you for having me here. I'm a data scientist, and I'm really excited to mentor you for this project. So I have been associated with Flavor Cloud for over a year, and prior that, I used to be working for Settle Group, and my expertise is in backend development, machine learning, deep learning, and general data science. Thank you again for having me here for a special audience. Thank you.
Mhm.
So, hi everyone, my name is Vivek Sinha. I am a program manager here at HiCounselor.
Okay, and Vivek will be your go-to guy for many coordination and operation related items. So we'll be interacting more there. Okay, guys. So let's start this particular session. So the objective of this particular live project, live software development project, is to help candidates earn real-time work experience. Uh, we'll jump into details of High Counselor in a few minutes, but before that, I would like to tell you that in the last 3 to 4 years, we have helped more than like 5 to 600 candidates landing their dream job. And when we worked with a lot of entry level candidates, people who are early in their career or looking for a transition right into software engineering job role, we identified that a lot of candidates struggle because they don't have hands-on work experience. They never went through good internships or full-time work experience. So every time they apply to the job position, they get rejected by employers for not having hands-on work experience. And we understand this pain. And to overcome this particular situation or problem, we identified a solution. We have created a real job like simulation environment for you, in which you'll be going through a real world project. You'll build a real world project right from scratch, and you'll work until it go to the live deployment environment. And when you build and deploy this project, you'll get a real time feedback from our system as well. Okay, the objective of this whole activity, whole session, is to give you some hands on work experience, so that after 2 weeks you can have a few bullet points, you can have some experience on your resume, on your LinkedIn profile, that you can say that, hey, I built this real world project titled this, and these are the three things that I learned there, right? And you can add that experience on your resume, your LinkedIn profile, and you'll also going to get a final URL that you will be able to share with the employers eventually, that, hey, look at the real project that I actually built, and this is the URL for it. Okay, so this is the objective, and will take about 2 weeks to complete this project. It is starting today. The first module will be completed in the next 1 week, another 1 week for module number two. We'll jump into more details of this entire project, how you need to complete, what you need to complete. And one very important thing, as you may have noticed when I asked for the location, there are people from many different places. As we four sitting on this call come from 4 different countries, there are people from almost 15 to 16 different countries in this particular project. So you will be working with 3 to 4 team members on this particular project, so you will get that multicultural diverse experience uh, on this particular project, because in real situation you never work alone. You barely work on a project where you single-handedly build something end to end, right? So we want to give you the team experience that you can talk about in your interviews in the future. Okay, so let's get started. Before that, Dr. Amit, would you like to add anything before I jump into the deck?
Yeah. So since we have already talked about like why this project is important, one of the like important issue, yeah, I wanted to tell you that this project idea is not like an academic project. So we have developed it as a corporate project, a project which can you can show as your work experience, because here your team will be from different countries. You will be divided into teams, then you will work on a particular task, there will be a proper deadline, there will be proper requirement. So this becomes more like a client project and less of an academic project, and you need to adhere to the deadlines also, and as well as the requirement which are given by the client. So that's very very important part of this project. So this anybody who is looking for a job in backend development, or anybody who has some experience into data and they want to do something on data engineering, so the today's project has a combination of all those two skills, right? So that is very very important. So this is one thing I wanted to highlight. Okay.
Mhm. Perfect. Perfect. So, guys, let's jump into this project details. But before I jump into project detail, I also want to give you a little bit information on HiCounselor, because every time we conduct this project and then our inboxes, our LinkedIn inbox, our email inbox get flooded with questions. Okay, guys, what do you do at HiCounselor? Can you please tell me more about it? Right. So let me give you a quick 5 to 7 minutes overview on what is HiCounselor, and what do we do exactly at HiCounselor, and then we'll jump into this project details. Okay. So, so let me share my screen to go through the deck really quick, and hopefully that will answer your questions and will not get flooded with a lot of messages in our inbox. Okay. So I'll share my screen. Is the PowerPoint deck visible now?
Yep.
It's
Yes, we
visible.
can see.
Okay, perfect. Okay, guys. So at HiCounselor, basically we are a 360-degree ecosystem for a jobs for any job seeker. Okay. And before I jump into more details, I think it will help you to understand a little bit about my background. And this is also very relevant for this project, because then you'll understand where we are coming from and how we have come up with these solutions. So, just like many of you, I graduated in bachelor's in technology back in 2012. So, I have background in engineering back in India. And then I studied at Duke University, Master of Engineering Management in 2015. After that, I started my career at PricewaterhouseCoopers in Chicago as a Salesforce consultant, worked there for about a year, but Chicago was super cold. So I moved to Deloitte Consulting in San Francisco as a senior Salesforce consultant and worked there for about 3 years. And during my time at Deloitte, I was also a part of their university recruitment team, where I used to visit different US universities and interviewed a lot of candidates for software engineering and data science job roles, and eventually hired almost 100 candidates for Deloitte in my time span of 3 years. And in 2020, I decided to leave my job from Deloitte and start this company called HiCounselor. And the reason of starting HiCounselor was to help this entry level candidate and people who do not have enough work experience. Because during my time at Deloitte, when I was interviewing and recruiting a lot of candidates for Deloitte, I realized that a lot of candidates are not prepared for interview, and even those who are prepared, they do not know how to actually get the interview invites or the interview opportunities, right? So people either struggle in one of these two situations or both these situations. So I was like, we can create a better process so that people are more prepared for interview, and we can utilize AI ML to automate the entire job search and job application process. Okay. And that's when in 2020 we started HiCounselor. And as I said, there are basically three major challenges faced by any job seeker, and you may be able to relate to it. Okay. Most of the time candidates get rejected for not having professional experience. Okay. Second is, people are tired of hundreds of manual job application. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been applying, searching for the jobs every single day, and manually applying to hundreds of jobs, not getting any response. Okay. When you get one or two interview calls, you probably fail in those interviews because you're not prepared to crack those interviews. Okay. So that's when we created HiCounselor 360-degree ecosystem. We call it 360-degree because we have developed every single thing that a job seeker would need to land their dream job, which includes everything right from upskilling to learning particular technical skills, preparing for interviews using Q&A kind of cheat sheet with the proper answer of most recently asked questions, getting hands-on work experience. And I think this is exactly a part of what we are going to do in this particular project. We'll take you through a real world project that was completed by some startup or company in the last few months. And we give a lot of hands-on work experience there. After preparing you for interview, we help you prepare your LinkedIn and resume, because no matter how you apply for a job position, either through a direct referral, through application, or through networking, you would always need a great LinkedIn and a resume. And once you're ready to apply to the job positions, we get you interview calls through multiple ways. First is directly through our job search automation. We've built a proprietary technology that automatically search jobs for you every single day and automatically applies on your behalf. Imagine that you're not searching and manually applying to jobs for multiple hours per week. All you are doing is looking at your inbox for the interview invites. Similarly, we have other ways to help you get interview calls. That is through email networking, where our system automatically finds jobs for you, identify who's hiring for it, and sends a networking email directly on your behalf. And finally, we work with a lot of employers in the United States. By the way, guys, HiCounselor right now works only for people who are physically located in the US and who are looking for a job in the United States only. And that's where we have a network of about 200 employers. Whenever they have a relevant job opening, our system recommends you directly to those employers. Okay, so this is a entire ecosystem that a candidate would need to find a job. We are basically located in Silicon Valley. Those who are in Sunnyvale, our headquarters is in Sunnyvale, Silicon Valley, and it's been almost 3 years. We started in 2020. Our success rate is about 96%, and we have helped candidates from 75 different universities in the US land a job at 120 different employers. The average salary of entry level candidates is about $91,000, and the time that people take to land a job is about 11 weeks on an average. Again, it varies. Some people land early, some people take a little bit extra time. A lot of candidates reach out to me every single week asking that, Aditya, I want to join HiCounselor, but I belong to electrical engineering domain. Can I join HiCounselor? So I just want to tell you guys that right now we are focusing on only 4 tracks and helping candidates who are looking for a job either in software engineering domain, data science domain, product management, or Salesforce consulting. Only these 4 categories. Okay. We plan to launch other categories as well, but right now these are our expert areas. Here is how it works. So you have to apply to our website, hicounselor.com. You go there. We work in a cohort model. Every 2 or 3 weeks, we start a new cohort. Okay, you apply to the cohort. If you are accepted in the program, we'll take you through a 4-week journey in which we'll conduct live Zoom sessions in which we'll prepare you for technical and behavioral interview. In parallel, we'll take you through real world projects. Those who do not have hands-on work experience, who don't have much relevant experience on their resume, will take you through real world projects so that you won't be rejected by employers saying that, hey, you are 0 years experience, we can't have you. Okay. In parallel, our expert team works with you to fix your resume, fix your LinkedIn profile, and we provide you unlimited mock interviews with working professionals in San Francisco Bay Area and across the US. So you literally practice for software engineering, data science, and product management interviews with a software engineer at Google, or a data scientist at Spotify, or a product manager at Amazon. Okay. So in 4 weeks, our objective is that you should be ready to crack any interview. And then we start getting you interview calls. As I said, we utilize multiple strategies. First is direct referrals to the employers. Second is through our proprietary automatic job application tool. And third is through our proprietary automatic email networking tool. And we help you until you land a job. This is the entire structure. And jumping into more details of it, some of the areas. Okay. So guys, when we started HiCounselor, I used to take almost every technical and behavioral interview prep session for our candidates. But today we have about 90 plus instructors working across the US, and that helps our candidate with technical, behavioral, HR interview, and with one-on-one mentorship support. As I said earlier, you'll be literally working with professionals from FANG companies and other top tech companies and top startups in the Bay Area. Apart from that, the real world project is exactly what we are doing right now. But we, instead of one project, we provide you a library of 60 different projects that you can go through, add as much work experience on your resume, on your LinkedIn as possible. Okay. And that will also prepare you to crack real interviews, because Learning Java in academic environment is one thing, and learning Java through real projects is absolutely different. As I said, we'll fix your resume and LinkedIn profile as well. And finally, when it comes to landing jobs, our automation tools will work magic on the job search part. Our system automatically takes your profile and recommends you directly to our network of almost 200 companies. Whenever there is a job position, it matches you to the right opening, and it directly recommends you to the hiring managers and the recruiters. I've already talked about our automatic job application tool and email networking tool. And finally, the pricing structure. A lot of candidates reach out to me asking for Aditya, how much do we need to pay upfront? So, guys, that's where I want to clarify here. So, we have two pricing options. First is for those who are unemployed, people who do not have a job right now, currently looking for a job. There is no upfront payment. You apply on our platform. If we accept you in our program, you don't have to pay anything. It's literally $0. You pay 9% of your first year's salary in 12 monthly installments only after landing a job. Okay, so you join us, we help you prepare for interview, we help you get the interview invites, you crack the interview, you start your job. After getting your first paycheck, you pay 9% of your first year's salary in 12 monthly installments. And the objective of keeping this ISA model is because when I graduated, I couldn't imagine that I could pay anything upfront to find a job. And the second option is for those who are already working at some company and they want to get a higher paid job. For example, if you're currently working as a software engineer at $60,000 salary and you want to get a job in FANG or Fortune 500 companies at 100,000 plus salary, then you join us. For those people who are already working, already earning, there is a $1,500 enrollment fee, which is refundable once you get a job. Okay, but for people who are unemployed, doesn't have a job, or earning less than $40,000 per year, there is no upfront payment. And one most important thing before we jump into our project is that first week of our platform is absolutely free. You can apply to our platform. If you are accepted for first week, you can try every single thing. You can attend live classes, you can meet all the instructor, you can utilize all the tools, and then only you're confirmed into the platform. But for first week, it is absolutely free. Okay. By the way, if a lot of people reach out to me asking that, Aditya, can we connect to some of your alumni? It would be great to hear from them. So that's why we have recorded a lot of their interviews, and they're available on our website, hicounselor.com/review. So do go there, check out. It will give you a very good perspective on the details of their experience. Okay. Finally, the application process. All you need to do is to simply go to hicounselor.com. There is a button called apply to upcoming cohort. Go to this page, fill a small application, complete all the questions. Our system will evaluate your profile and will send you an admission or a reject decision within 24 hours. Right now, unfortunately, we are unable to accept every single candidate, so I apologize for that, but we'll definitely push you for the future cohorts. Okay. I hope this has answered most of your questions. And still, if you have questions, feel free to reach out to us. But I hope this was very helpful. Let me show you the application process really quick. You can go to our website, hicounselor.com, as I said, go to this button, apply to upcoming cohort. And here you apply for it. And there is a small application. When you click on start application, just fill this application and we'll get back to you with a response. And our next cohort is actually starting from 20. It actually started today, but the next one will be starting in 2 weeks. This one is gone now, so you can apply for the next one. Okay, that was a lot of information, but I hope it was helpful. And we can now jump into our platform or for this particular project. Dr. Amit, do you want to cover anything else before we jump into the project?
Yeah. So although Aditya has already explained you the whole about the HiCounselor, the only objective of explaining this was not about just marketing anything, because everything which we offer is mostly free. This was about, because last time also that a lot of messages flooded in our inboxes that what exactly we do. People understand our whole idea into bits and parts. So some people believe that we only review resumes, or some people just know that we are doing only LinkedIn reviews, or we are just looking into email networking. But we have a lot of things. We have courses, we have assessment platform, we have live coding platform, so which really helps any candidate to prepare and lands up into a job, right? So
Yeah.
anybody in US and who wants to get into a job, or is a fresher, or he might have an experience, or he might be one of those who got laid off in the uh, recent past, so what they can join us, right? So
Mhm.
let's now jump into the project part of today's project. um, yeah.
So yeah, let's jump into that. And as Dr. Amit said, right, the objective is to avoid a lot of messages. And let me show you guys. This is my LinkedIn profile. Can you see here 26,000 messages? It is simply not possible to answer all these messages, and that's where we need to provide this information. Okay, but still, if you have anything, go to our website, fill out the application, and we'll be happy to get back to you. Now, jumping into our project, let's go. Da, da, da. Can you see my screen, the slide deck?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Guys, as I said earlier, right now our objective is to take you through a real world project simulation for software engineering role and a little bit of data science role. Okay, so that you get a real time experience of working on a real business problem. We have covered through this part. Okay, we have already covered. There are three objectives. First thing is so that you can overcome the stigma of not having hands-on work experience. And after completing this particular project, you can add this experience on your resume, on your LinkedIn profile, and you can share it with the recruiters and hiring managers. Okay, also at the end of this project, so we'll complete this project in 2 weeks. At the end of this project, we'll give $40 Amazon gift card to top three teams, as well as we'll give a project completion certificate to every candidate who adhere to the timeline and who complete this project successfully. You can share this certificate with your employers in any future interviews that you go through. Okay, in this project, as we mentioned earlier, Smith, myself, Dr. Amit, and Vivek will be helping you navigate through this project. Smith will take care of most of the technical queries. Vivek, Dr. Amit Lal, and myself will help you with the operational and the functional pieces of this project. I'll let Smith take over this part to explain a little bit about this project. So, Smith, can you give a quick high level overview of this project and how we have divided this project into two modules?
Of course. Thank you, Aditya. So, in this project, we are going to understand two important components that happen in any industry, any technical industry, wherever software and data is involved. So, here we have module one, the component one, where we'll be focusing on writing scripts, your coding scripts for building data engineering pipeline. So, we know data is everywhere and we have data in the raw format. So, we will be writing scripts to convert the raw data into some meaningful data. And in the second module, you'll be writing high level logics for extracting insights from this data, which you have built through your hard work.
Mhm.
And you'll be building it in such a way that any software, any front end can take your logic and use it for their own purpose through API, application program interface. And you will be learning several things, especially in regex, in string mining, and also in structuring in your data in such a way that you can generate reports for a generic software.
Mhm. And we have so Smith, we have also divided this project into 2 weeks, right? In two different modules. So what is expected in week number one, which is starting today, and I think which will end on next Monday. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are the people expected to complete in this particular week?
So in week one, data engineering component, you will have 6 tasks. So you will be given data called chatbot data, where you'll have the conversations happening between client and the chatbot and also the agent. So most of us are familiar working with chatbots, like interacting with chatbots, and we know the experience could be good sometimes, and most of the times it's sour. So here, what we are trying to do is we are trying to extract insights like why are the experience good or sour through this data engineering component. And you'll be applying several techniques, not very difficult techniques, but it'll push you to think, to come out of your comfort zone and learn new technologies. And in the second component, the backend component, Here you'll be applying all your logical and programming skills to develop like a real world backend software. And here also you will have around 5 to 6 tasks where you'll be writing really high level logics to extract insights from your data and serve it to the front end. So here you'll be using APIs, the JSON notation, to understand like how you can build software that can be generic and used for any front end or any open source applications.
Got it. Okay, perfect. The prerequisites of this project, guys, is MySQL, Python, Spring Flask, React.js, Streamline, HTML, or Power BI or Tableau. Is this a language agnostic project, Smith, or can people use any language, especially for the backend part?
Actually, this is not a language specific project. It could be done in any language. But for this project, since Python is popular, we have designed it for Python. And even others are motivated to try this with other languages. But given for now, since Python is popular, we have decided in Python, and it makes it quite easier to script it in Python, especially for the data engineering part.
Got it. Okay, guys. So let me now show you where you can find all the project details. Okay. So, okay, few important points. First of all, you'll find project details on. You need to go to hicounselor.com/projects. Okay. I'll put all these details in the deck for you, but this is where you need to go, and here you'll find this particular project detail where you can click on read more to see what are the modules and what are the tasks available. Okay, so when you click on see more, you'll see all the project description. You'll find module 1 description as well as all 6 tasks under module number 1. Now, guys, this time what we have done, an amazing part that we have done is that instead of you working on your local system, we have created a sandbox environment that will be unique for each person sitting over here. You'll simply need to click on sandbox link, and it will take you to a unique environment in which you'll simply click on open sandbox. Or I think this my account was already there, but let me show you how it will look for you right from the beginning. Give me 1 second. I'll log out. Okay. So you'll simply click on sandbox link. You'll enter here and you'll start this particular project. When you start this project, you'll find all the files required for this project on the left hand side. You'll find the database info under details over here. And to complete each task, you'll find all the details under module and under those task details. Okay. For each task, click on this information icon to see what needs to be done and how it is supposed to be done. Okay, we have tried to provide all the details over here. Click on again information icon for each and every task and you'll be able to identify it. Simply go to that particular file, code it, run test. Eventually, when you need to run it, run project, and if you have not done any mistake, this in progress will be completed, and that's how you can move forward on a task by task basis. So in week number 1, that is starting today until end of next coming Monday, you'll need to complete all the tasks under module number 1, and then we'll jump into module number 2. Okay. So first thing you need to do is to go to hicounselor.com/projects and identify your team members. How to identify your team member? Click on check my team details. When you click on check my team details, you'll identify who are your team members. For example, here I can see my team members are Siddhi, that's her email ID, and that's the LinkedIn profile URL. My team member is Akash. This is the LinkedIn profile. Another one, Priyanka, Akhil. That's how you can identify who are your team members. Reach out to your team members and come up with a creative name. For example, you can come up with like Code Warriors. Once you identify your team name, let us know what is your team name. How will you inform us what is your team name? Okay. So here is the most important information. So guys, there are some people in the current audience. They said they did not have the great experience last time because last time we kept our anchor post on Instagram. We thought it would be much more easier to communicate there, but unfortunately we ran into some of the issues where we can only respond to a certain number of comments there. Otherwise, Instagram was blocking us just putting so many comments, right? To answer comments over there. And that's where we were not able to communicate well. So we have created our anchor post on LinkedIn this time. And this is our anchor post. Okay. Let me share the link of this anchor post with everyone in the chat box right away. Guys, like it, comment on it, save it, whatever you want to do, so that you can come back to this post anytime and ask any questions. Give me 1 second. Where is my LinkedIn Live? Here is my LinkedIn Live. Okay, this is anchor post for this project. Okay. So guys, this is anchor post for this particular project. Everything related to this project, we are going to communicate on this particular LinkedIn post. There is no limitation on LinkedIn for us to respond to your comments. So we won't run into that issue where we ran last time, where on Instagram, we had no capability to respond back to your comments. Okay. So first thing, let me close some of the details over here. Okay. First thing, go to hicounselor.com/projects. Second task is to check my team details, identify who are your team members. Once you identify your team members, come back to this anchor post and comment here who are your team members. So you can say, hi all, my team name is Code Warriors and my team members are, and tag your team members. For example, Dr. Amit Lal, at Vivek. And suppose on my another team member is Kinsley. Okay, one of my team member. Boom, and post it here. This will notify us that you have connected with your team members, you have identified who your team members are, and you have tagged them. That is number one task. Now, every detail related to this project, we are going to update over here in this post. For example, here we have mentioned what is the project detail link, and you can also utilize the coding practice platform. Okay, so a recording of this session, any other deck, everything will be uploaded here. If you run into any issue, come to this particular post and simply let us know that, hey guys, I cannot find my team members. Hey guys, can you help me with this thing? Hey guys, I'm stuck in task number 2. Can you please help me? And we'll be able to respond back to you immediately. Okay. So this is the anchor post where you need to go and save it. And probably, can you please like it or probably comment on it so that it is saved with you for this entire project. Okay. That's a lot of information. Guys, if you can just confirm me in the chat box that you have understood the concept of anchor post. Just say, hey guys, we have understood, we have noted it down, we have saved it. That would be very helpful. And then we'll move on to the next step. Okay. And here's the anchor post again.
Okay, I'm waiting for this.
And guys, if you can also like push that thumbs up button or anything else that will confirm us that you have got the anchor post link and you're absolutely.
Erika says she was not able to understand. Erika, I just give you a little brief about it. It's a very simple process that for any kind of further communication related to project, for example, you want to take recording of these sessions, you want to meet your team members, you want to ask any question, you have any problem related to team. So any issues if you have, this is the anchor post, just the link which Aditya has just posted. You can save that link, go back to that link, just write your comment, and our team will be looking into each and every comment under that particular section. This is a very simple concept so that we can have all the conversation related to this project under one anchor post. Very simple. I hope now it is clear.
Yep.
So a lot of people are saying, now I understood the anchor post.
Okay, so everyone understood it. Let's double check. Okay, yes, understood. Amit sir, would you also like to mention about the team process? That everyone is clear.
Yeah. So as we need to understand one thing, that we wanted everyone to do this project in teams. Now, what is the reason behind it? A lot of people ask that it is always easier to do a project on an individual basis. But the goal of this whole idea was that we wanted to give you an experience of a company's project, a corporate project, right? A client based project. So in that situation, that when we work in team, and that too from different countries, it becomes really challenging. At times the work is not that much challenging, it is the communication among the people or the coordination among the group that becomes more challenging. And that is why what we have done, that we have developed this particular platform where you can check your complete team details, right? You can go to the team details and you can search for it. Like Aditya, we need to click on this one and they need to search, right?
Yeah. So what you
Yeah.
need to do is you click on check my team details, right? And you'll be able to see your team members' name over here. If you do not see your team members, then it will ask you that find my team members, right? And you enter your details and you'll be able to see. It's very easy, very self-explanatory. Once you reach here, you'll be able to identify it.
Okay, it's a very simple process, and that is why I would prefer, and we would like to like encourage people to go and do this project in teams only, because that will help them in a lot of behavioral related questions in interview also. For example, you might get a question in an interview that give me a situation where you worked as a team member, what challenges did you face, right? So you can highlight whatever challenges you have faced in this particular project. So
Mhm.
this will solve a lot of other issues, uh, other things also during this process, right?
Yep.
Okay, Preeti, anchor post we have already shared. So I guess we have explained everything. So if you have any queries, we can take up those queries now.
Okay.
Okay. So to summarize everything, it's a very simple process. When if I am an individual and I want to start this project, I just need to go to that page, search for my team. Once I get find my team, I will reach out to my team if they are interested, and we can start the project. Just name our team, whatever name you want to keep, post it on the anchor post that hey, we want code ninjas, we are code contras, whatever you want to keep the name, and you can post over there, right? and then and then you can start your project. It's a very simple process. Go to the sandbox platform and then you can write your code and run your code in the live platform.
I would like to add to Dr. Amit Lal that
Yeah.
this is actually a great exercise because in real time you'll be working in teams, so you have to interact with people and you have to communicate and understand, in other people's code, and also have some interpersonal skills. So this really helps you grow as a person when you work in teams versus when you code alone. So this is a really good exercise that will help you gain a real time exposure working on a real time project.
Aditya, this is an interesting question coming up. Do they need to enroll again? Let's say somebody participated in the last project, so
Yep.
they have to enroll again, or their earlier ID will be working.
Okay. Yes. No. Your earlier ID will continue working. All you need to do. So go back to this hicounselor.com/projects. All you need to do is to click on this enroll button to get started. It will inform us that you have started working on this project. You can use the same ID to log in. For example, here you can see enrolled coming up, but I did not enroll for this earlier project. Now, if I have to start working on this project, I'll simply click on enroll and I'll be enrolled. So, same ID, just click on that enroll button so that we will be notified that you're now working on this particular project as well. Okay, so no new ID creation.
Okay, so one of the queries is coming up. Please share the anchor post. We have shared it in this chat only. You can just scroll it. You will get it. Or
Mhm.
search for High Counselor comment. Okay, so one of the is coming from Hetal. It goes back to the old sandbox even after logout. So when they're logging out their sandbox, it will go to the old sandbox. If you can just make it more clear, Hetal, I'm not able to understand your question in a proper way.
Yeah, so I got here Hethel's question. So
Okay.
Hethel, here you actually have to create a new template, right? The previous sandbox project that you did was for the previous project. Now, when you go on the tab on the top left corner, it says a new template, right? Create the same, do the same process that you did the last time, right? You choose the project, the one that we have displayed today, and then you can create your new template and then start working on the what is it called?
Mhm.
Okay, and then we have another question coming up. Let me just follow that question. For instance, how many people can be in a team? So, in a team, you can have 3 to 4 people, most probably. Is it Python only? No, Smith has clearly explained that Python is the preferred language, but that doesn't mean that you can only do it in Python. You can do it in any other platform wherever you want to do it. Where is the sandbox? We have already explained. You just go to the anchor post and you will get everything over there. We have posted everything in that same post. Okay. Any other question, guys? Before we have explained the whole process of how to do the project, what is the platform, what High Counselor do, everything we have explained in just 40 to 45 minutes, which is more like a lot of information for anybody to process.
So I just wanted to highlight an important information. So
Yeah.
guys, if you are not able to find your team members, just wait for a while, right? The other team members would be enrolling in the meantime, right? Just check after an hour or or after say 45 minutes to an hour, you will find your team members, right?
So let me explain that part also. That mostly this software which runs or whatever the coding has been done on this platform is that once the people register, so based on their registration, it cycles it and then find the team member. So at some time, let's say you went and just go to the platform and try to register and try to find your members. Maybe that much amount of people are not free on the platform. So you have to wait for some time. More people will register and you will get your team. Very simple. Uh,
Okay, I'm sharing a post link again so that people have it ready. Okay.
I have just enrolled and now clicked on the team, and I am only one in it. That's what I was saying. So you know that right now people may not have registered on it. So as soon as you just like you registered, everybody else will register, and then you will when you will search back it again, you will find your team members. That's what I was explaining you.
Mhm.
Okay.
And Preeti has an important question. So Preeti, if you are enrolling for the first time, yes, you have to sign in first, and after that you'll be able to you fill in all your details and information, and then you will be able to create a team.
Is this job is only for the USA? Yes, we have already explained that we only cater right now candidates who are physically present in USA, but we will be expanding this year into different countries. But currently, we are only operating in USA. Okay, so this anchor point list link available is conversation you can create and count first. Okay, so people are answering. David is answering a lot of people also, and you can connect to your people on the anchor post also, right? It is very easier to connect with people on LinkedIn. You can message people. You can message in the chat box. We have seen so many times people building up team here only in the chat box. So you can
Yep.
connect with your team members and you can like start. Abhishek says, "What about Canada? We will be coming to Canada very soon, Abhishek. Hopefully, very soon on this one because we understand that there are a lot of concerns in Canada related to jobs."
I would like to answer to Sampreet. What if we have knowledge mostly in Python and front end, but not in data engineering? Well, it's not a problem because here, in data engineering, you have to build your Python scripts through logic. So I think knowledge of Python should be enough for you because instructions are clear, and you can also do some research about it before you start implementing.
And there are two parts to this. First is how much we want to learn. So there are 2 weeks, which is more than sufficient. That if we want to do something, we will able to learn it and we can do it. That's one way of doing it. Another way is we can find team members who are good in data engineering. So I can be good at Python, somebody good at data engineering will make a good combination, and the team will be able to do the project. It's as simple as possible. Okay, can we do the training? Shibu, no, we don't do that way that you can get training from India. And we are not a training institute. We need to understand one thing. High Counselor is whatever training we provide is just a job oriented training, and that only in 4 to 5 weeks. So I believe that that is not more like a Coursera or maybe Udemy where we put a lot of courses. We Our focus is very simple that people who are looking for jobs, we need to get them placed as soon as possible. Uh, okay. Yogesh says, I am in India and you are in Android Java. So if Java, I guess Smith, people can do it in Java, right? The project?
I think we can do it, but our sandbox is built in Python.
Mhm.
So in the upcoming sessions we will enroll it in Java as well.
Okay. Okay, got it. Uh,
I think
okay.
Mati has a question. So if you're based out of US, yes, Mati, it is open to everyone anywhere across the world.
So look, do not get confused. The project is open to everyone. Project, we don't have any boundaries related to project. People get confused that we are offering this project only for the US people. No, anybody from any country can participate in the project. We are only talking about the services which High Counselor offer. So anybody who's interested in the services of High Counselor, we only offer to the candidates in USA. That is what I hope this will make clear to everyone.
Yeah. So guys, that's where I've also added it on the screen, right? So earlier that I explained, right? To apply to a program, you can go to icounselor.com/apply. You fill in the application. That part is only for candidates who are physically located in the US and looking for a job in the US, right? But this project, as Dr. Amit said, is open for anyone and everyone across the world. Okay. So I hope that is clear. So, guys, I think we have provided all the required information. Again, we'll be super active on this anchor post link. Make sure to go to this anchor post uh, and post any of your questions, concerns, right? Even if you see any issue in the sandbox, please let us know over there and we'll jump into it. Again, as I said, last time we did this on Instagram and unfortunately we were not aware of number of comments limit on the Instagram that one person can do, right? So actually Vivek's Instagram profile is temporarily blocked because he answered almost 30-40 comments over there. Now he's like, I don't have my Instagram profile, right? So, but now we have this anchor post on LinkedIn. We can reply to as many questions as we can, right? So there is no foundation on that. Any issues, let us know over there and we'll fix it within a few hours. Okay, be it related to the team. And we look forward to working with you. The next session we are going to conduct on next Monday, same time. 7 p.m. Pacific time, Monday, which will be about 7:30 a.m. IST of Tuesday. Okay. And that is the deadline of module number 1. And we'll jump into module number 2 then.
Okay, Vivek, kindly look into this concern of Sai. She is having problem in opening up the file. Sai,
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
worry.
I'm just checking.
Sai, don't worry. Just post your queries on the Anchor post, and Vivek will look into it. So, if any problem you are facing related to sandbox or related to team finding, we'll be able to help you out because life cannot go for entire day, right? It has to come to an end, and every good thing comes to an end, right? So, we'll be ending up this session now, and most probably we'll be meeting up very soon with the module 2 after a week. And in the meanwhile, you can follow everything on the Anchor post. You will get the recording of this particular session also on the Anchor post. And I guess that would be a good point to start.
Yep. And also, guys, the deck that I used for this particular session.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I need
uh,
not to worry.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, Sai, so need not to worry. I've made a note of this issue and we'll be getting rectified as soon as possible.
No, Vivek. Actually, she cannot access the file. She has to access only through Python. Not she cannot download or access the XLSX file. She can use pandas to open the file. I hope that answers your question,
Okay.
Sai.
Okay, guys, thank you so much again for taking out time for this particular kickoff call. We are excited to work with you on this live projects. Let's work in team. Let's learn something in the next 2 weeks. And I hope everyone will have great experience. Just remember, we are here to help you out in this project. So let's communicate through Anchor Post link now, and we'll communicate all the important details there. Have a wonderful day ahead, guys.
Thank you,
And
guys. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Smith.
Thanks for everyone. Have a
Thank
great
you,
day.
everyone. It was amazing meeting you. Bye.
see
Bye.
you. Bye.